play games on the internet. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Today, we're playing Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. You guys remember this game, right? Right? I didn't leave it out. I didn't preempt it several bajillion times. I would never do that. Never. But it's okay. We're going to play it tonight. It's going to be great. Oh, boy. Okay. So, when last we left off, Maggie Bird was accused of murder again for the umpteenth time. This is like the second or third time she's been accused of murder. I think second temporally because we skipped ahead to investigations. Poor girl has been accused of murder several bajillion times. And there is a very flamboyant chef. And yeah, that's where we're at. And maybe there's a loan shark who is up to no good. No good at all. Zero good. And that seems to be about where we're at. Also, we made dumplings tonight from scratch. Well, mostly we got the wrappers. We got the wrappers from the market. But we made dumplings tonight from scratch, and I'm very excited to try them. They're very fancy and nice. I did not wrap the dumplings. I did the dish part, because I am an octopus. So I am comfortable with water. Oh no. Oh, they're so good. We filled them with green onion. We filled them with pork, green onion, spicy stuff. A little bit of green onion that when we make infused chili oil, we put green onion and garlic into it too. So we took some of the green onions that we fried up in that and put them inside the dumplings as well as just the regular green onion that we chopped all up. They're so good. Oh, they're so good. We didn't have to do anything to the pork. We did do things to the pork. We put garlic and hoisin and oyster sauce and all sorts of things. And I have oishi sauce again. So I can dip them in a good mixture. It's so good. They call Jerry Gerard. Yeah, Gerard Key. His name's Jerry. Okay. We're gonna continue. We're at the start of the trial part. I don't remember anything, so I'm gonna have to look through my evidence again. Oh wait, maybe I remember some things. I don't remember Maggie's accent very good. But we'll get there. I know what accent I gave her. It's just really hard to hit the register I wanted to give her. And also the accent. Also, there's rice with these dumplings, as you do. Why wouldn't there be rice with dumplings? That would be silly. It's just hard to get to my face. Oh. Because I can't be tamed, I put Maggie sauce on the rice. Okay. I gave her the Cadofian, accent like that. The one that's, not really an Irish brogue. Not really a Scottish sound. But a little bit of all of those things, because can't keep them differentiated. That's the one. Oh, I see. Well, I guess I should have expected this. Yeah, there we go. Nobody saw the other guy. Right! I keep slipping because, yeah. Oh yeah! Right! He was that guy that we met who was like, I'm Phoenix Wright! But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie! Ah! Detective Gumshoe! Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? Oh, as if you need to ask either question, sir. Aw, don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you! Yes? You better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Oh, of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? Gumshoe was trying his best. Oh, I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Anyway, welcome in everybody. Hi Rice, hi Val, hello everyone. We're having a good time. These dumplings are so good I don't even need the dumpling sauce, but I'm going to put them in the dumpling sauce anyway because that'll make them better. Alright. I also wish to go in the dumpling sauce. I am dumpling sized. I could definitely go in the dumpling sauce. I could swim in the dumpling sauce. What, hi, hello, staff? What do you mean, what am I saying? Nothing. I'm not saying nothing about nothing. I know you thought you heard I know you thought you heard somebody talking about swimming in the dumpling sauce. Who would do that? Would you listen. Oxygen concentration is a very complicated thing, and I don't understand any of what you're saying. Oh. Staff says it amounts to don't go swimming in the dumpling sauce. Oh, you got there. So I was reading Percy Jackson today, right? And Selena? I'm not going to read the rest of that, chat. You're on your own. I'm not going to spoil a book series that's, like, ancient, but still. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to find out this way. I'm sorry that I have to voice Godot.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Bitter. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor? Well, what's wrong?
Well, nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You's talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating.
No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix.
I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he?
Our trustee?
So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today.
But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright.
I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out.
There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. Why does Godot hate you, Phoenix? You'll never know! That's not true. He will know. We will all know.
As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial, nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial.
I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me.
Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness.
Poor Gumshoe. Pierre, so far in 2025, I've read like 4 books. That's like a book a month. That's pretty good, actually, given that you have so much stuff on your plate at all times. That's pretty darn solid. See, that's what happens. That's what happens when you actually like what you're reading. Oh, you get me on a good book and I'll knock it out in a few days to a week. Because I just keep reading it. You want the next Percy Jackson books? And if I may suggest, Animorphs. You can't get them in stores anymore because they're out of print. But I will get you copies. I have the entire series. I can make copies happen to you. Animorphs is amazing. Fear, there's like 33 Percy Jackson books. I know. But if you can't get to Barnes and Noble in a time limit, if like you finish your books and you want another book to read, might I suggest Aliens? Aliens.
Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness! State your name for the court!
Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe.
Other way around, detective.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. Blue Screens Inc.! No! Oh no! They're not gonna go very far like that! This is the victim's autopsy report.
Oh, the court accepts this into evidence.
And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused?
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Jean Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Come, detective. Take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands.
Also, me reading so much just adds more proof that I'm an avatar. Yes, this is true facts.
Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir. Oh, I wanted to look at the court record. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup, and what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. It sure does. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive.
Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination. But,
Yes?
please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you that wasn't me. You're allowed to be ravenous for new books. That's just how it is. Sometimes that means you end up reading books that you never thought you would read, and sometimes that means you end up reading books that you're just like, wow, really? Did I just read that? There have only been 2 books I've ever stopped partway through because I did not like them. One of them I can't remember the title of, but I still have. It just made me so mad. And the other one... What was the other one? Wow, it's been so long I can't remember. Oh yeah, the other one was one that was Vanity published, and I didn't realize that it was Vanity published. Vanity Publishing is some publishing houses, instead of being proper publishers, will publish anything as long as you pay them. Pro tip, if you have to pay the publishing house to publish your book, they're not a real publisher. And they're not going to be respected. Real publishers pay you for your work. But it was in our local library because it was a local author. I tried to read it. It was just very bad. Like, think sort of like low tier Are No Sleep bad. It wasn't that it was like, it didn't have like glaring grammar or spelling errors, but also the author thought they were way cleverer than they were. Like way more clever than they were. And they really, really love Franz Liszt. I hate Franz Liszt, the composer. I can't communicate why or how. I just hate him. And I hate his compositions. And I don't know how to communicate why. They're just boring. And when they're not boring, they're somehow still boring. Don't know how to explain what I mean by that. But it just, I don't like it. Anyway, oh, unlike Twilight, yes, that does have spelling and grammar errors, especially in the first editions. I tried to read that book. I got through it. I didn't like it. Ooh, Fandom Books Classics and Percy Jackson. Very nice. Okay, what are we doing here? I don't think the victim was alone, though. That's the first thing. First and foremost, that's not true. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I see something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey!
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's true. Their 2 testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press! It's a Phoenix Wright game! Why would we not press? Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ah!
That argument is as weak as the coffee at Très Bien, Wright.
I'm glad Godot doesn't like the coffee there.
I have here in my possession a ticket.
A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me.
Yes. A one-way ticket to the to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct?
Oh, sorry.
This is the scene witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime.
How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
Well, it certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
No, there's something wrong here. Yeah, we know he was listening to the radio because he was on the, We know he was on the radio. He's listening for the... There's nothing wrong here. Pressity, pressity. How'd you find the traces of poison, sir? So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Well, not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? Well, if I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee? Try it.
Well, the victim took his coffee black with no sugar.
Well, it seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee.
Press harder! Always press harder! Always press harder! Are you absolutely certain the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right! That's just what I was thinking.
In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there.
Uh-huh. For me.
Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have time to waste, you have time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
Well, what piece was it again? This. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh! Now I remember! This is the victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup.
Wow! Updated autopsy report much, my man?
The victim gulped down the bitter death of the...
Whoa! You just chugging. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victim's and the defendant's. Updated autopsy report 2.0! Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. And what we found was potassium cyanide. Yeah, that's fine. That does pack a punch. He's correct. What motive? Gumshoe, you have to tell us. Hold it. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
You know what my golden rule is, detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another.
Huh? I don't get it.
I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out.
Mm.
So stick to the facts, Detective. And then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then is it possible that Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Always press harder. Wait a minute! The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
Ah! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket?
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Why do we never know anything when we go into court? Why do we never know anything when we go into court? We are a defense lawyer. Why do we never get briefed on these things? Why is that one comic so accurate? I mean, yeah, it is for gameplay reasons. But, like, good golly. Sorry, I needed to take a break to put rice. To put rice in dumplings because, oh my goodness. Oh no, I've stabbed my dumpling by accident. I'm eating like a savage child. Alas. Hi, Catalin! Objection, Your Honor, they're a silly little guy.
Order! Order! Huh. She's quite a lucky little bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court! Immediately!
I'd better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering.
This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now, somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
Fear, am I a silly little guy? Guy in that sentence is gender neutral. Silly little guy? Yes. Certainly a silly little guy. As we all are. Silly little guys. Just little mans. It's like when you say it's an extra guy or an extra man. You mean like a one-up. Yeah. Silly little one-ups. Silly little mushrooms, if you will. I bet he wants to say it was found on Maggie's person.
That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money.
Goodell! Sir! Stop flirting with the judge, sir! You... Interesting taste. Godot's taste seems to be confused men. There's the judge. There's Ron. His name is not coming to mind. Mask to Mask. I'll tell you right now, I came up with 2 different names and neither of them work right. Ron Delight. Yes. Lots of guys like confused men. Tee. Okay, moving on. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already.
I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence.
He's got more evidence against Maggie?
This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time.
Wow, it's not the cleanest apron I've ever seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? No, it's ragu sauce. Ha!
It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself.
The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Bloodstains brown, Phoenix.
Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course. I'm referring to the pocket.
The pocket?
A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket.
A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Godot, sir, you can't just not submit evidence at the beginning. I know, right? The prosecution in these games is bonkers. They do actually address that in the Apollo Justice games. Fun fact. They address why the prosecution is like this and gets to do basically whatever they want. So that's a cool thing. It's a plot point in one of the cases. It's a plot point in one of the cases. I love it. Mmm. Homeless Phoenix, I'm here for Clavier. Have you seen Clavier, Gavin? Have you seen Kristoff, Gavin? Have you seen the Gavin brothers? Choices were made. Homeless Phoenix sounds like it would be a great band name, because it would be. Fear, I've drawn Clavier before, you're right. He's beautiful. 10 out of 10. It was a whiteboard doodle, that's true, but still, 10 out of 10 man. Cats have 9 little mans. That's true. They have 9 extra mans. Kristoff is like Clavier, but a little bit older, a little more ruthless, and also he has glasses. I don't care for him as a person, but he ver pretty. Him pribby.
Order! Order! The court will accept these items into evidence.
I have so much evidence to examine.
There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Oh, don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron! That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain.
You don't need to be told. Just look at it.
Well, detective? Could this stain really be blood?
No way, sir! It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness.
That would kill a man. Maybe. Maybe it would kill a man? It might. Yeah, I'd like to all point you to the fact that Godot's visor here, very red. Very red indeed. In fact, there are certain shades of red that this man cannot see. I thought everyone knew what it was already.
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last verdict I ruled in this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they've all been clearly established.
He's not colorblind. Precisely. The problem is that he is seeing everything through a literally red, like through literally rose-tinted goggles. In that they are red, but like, you know. So, if the color red that he's looking at matches the refraction of the visor that he's looking through, he can't see it. Fresh blood tinted goggles. Yes! Yes, exactly! I knew someone who saw red. His name was Dr. Wiley. Yes, yes it was. I will say, that did not put any of the Megas or the Proto Men songs in my head. That put Renegade in my head instead, which is a different song by Hammerfall. I knew a red once. A rose red. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I also knew that red once. I was going for that one part of, I think, Gamma Unchained. Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm almost done with my dumplings. They're very good. You don't understand how good they are. The garlic in them is spicy. Because it's the good garlic. The garlic that's purple. Wow. Sometimes the subtitles can't tell if I'm saying garlic or not. Sometimes they can get it. Yeah, I think so. Sab ends on May 6th. We got time. I can get you some sweet rainbow weapons. We get you 4 of the achievements and your weeklies, and you'll have 2 rainbow weapons. 2! That's a lot of rainbow weapons. For starting with none weapons.
Well, Wright. It seems you really are a phony after all.
You really know how to drive a man nuts. Godot, stop flirting!
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
Oh, the crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You sure about that?
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Wright. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Scusi. Oh boy. I'm gonna eat this other dumpling. Ice cream! But with almonds. Oh no. I'm sorry that almonds are bad for you. I will eat your almonds for you. I don't hate them. Mm. That's fair. I only like almonds under extremely specific circumstances. I like slivered almonds, topping pastries. I don't mean just like sprinkled on. I mean like the super like mandolin thinly sliced ones that are arranged on top of like some types of tarts and stuff like that. I like them that way. And sometimes I like to use almond flour to cook with if I have to replace stuff. I'm hungry for lembas bread now. I really like that stuff. I have a recipe for it. It uses heavy cream. It's really good. It's like a shortbread style thing. And it's just so good. It is also very filling, as you would expect from something that you call lembas bread. It's extremely filling, and I really like it. Right. Right, we were investigating. Okay. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, there's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? And then he hurled abuse at them. And seeds. Beans.
Seeds? It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
Godot! I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. I wonder what would happen if a catoid got catnip. Ooh. Well, they'd be minty fresh because catnip is a mint. The sciencemen should test it out! They should give catoids catnip. This is a good test. Can I have catnip? What do you mean, why do I want catnip? I mean, obviously to give to the catoids. They have dimensional portals. I can be near them if I want to. What do you mean I don't have dimensional portals? Oh no. Oh no. Chat, the sciencemans are talking. Anyway, moving on. Can I punch Godot's smug face? Yes. It won't get you very far, but you can try.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime.
Hold on, that means there was time to mess around! Poor Maggie must have passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still cold in the kitchen at the time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. Gumshoe! Stop flirting! You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. My science students are also saying no. Also, why are you taking advice from a talking octopus? Talking octopi give excellent advice. That's why. I give excellent advice. They just never listen. The sciencemans, I mean. There's so much flirting in this case. I know! This case is a love story. Next thing you know, we'll be on a path in the woods. I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna laugh! Yes, you are.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in that cabin is a princess. You are here to slay her.
I'd be the worst narrator. I'd be so bad at it. Right, I'm not doing that. It's just 100%. I got contrarian first. When I played through the very first time, I was like, oh, it gives me the option to leave. Alright, see ya. Lol. This'll be 5 seconds. And then it wasn't 5 seconds. And then I was like, okay, we're doing this. And then I kept leaving. Oh, Mark would be hilarious at it. He'd love contrarian. You hurl the knife out the window. And then he'd be like, yeah, I do. Wait. Oh, no. Ah, well, it's gone now. That's future me's problem. Good luck, future me. You don't have a knife. He'd have a great time. Right. Professional, not a professional bird watcher.
Save the romantics for your own time, detective.
Oh, even Godot's like, stop flirting. Dude, you are the worst here.
All we need to know about is the investigation.
Oops. Guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? The victim didn't have any identification on him. Sure. Godot, you have no grounds to say no flirting. Exactly! Exactly! Exactly, this man! 0 grounds for that. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen, then? Nah, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? That's not enough for chicken nuggies. I don't have enough for nuggies. Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal.
Oh, the victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge?
Godot! Stop flirting! The man is dead! You cannot! Sir, you cannot! I think I'm onto something here. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. Did ya? Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Well, let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? I've changed my opinion on Godot. He can a little longer. Yes. Okay, fair. Godot's hilarious. Like, he starts out as this, like, very serious, very frightening presence in this game, and the further you go, the more you're like, my guy, my dude, my buddy, my pal, are you good? But not in the same way as you're like that with Edgeworth. With Edgeworth, you're just like, man, are you okay? You don't seem like you're okay. Because you're not. You're dissociating horribly. Have you had an emotion in the last, like, 10 years? 20 years? Because I think the answer is no. So, like, let's work on that, okay? I think the only emotion you felt in the last, like, 15, 20 years was panic when the earthquake hit. I think that's it. And, like, that's how you get there. Godot, on the other hand, you've already started to see, but Godot is a little bit. We'll get to see more! Oh, that. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes going. Oh, there was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the winning lottery ticket.
It seems like Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Trebian.
We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court.
What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask for more? So, what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Who are you in this courtroom? Tag yourself. I'm in the stands eating popcorn. I'm obviously Phoenix Wright today. And many other days. He's blue. His favorite color must be red because that's his tie. He has no idea what he's doing at any given time. Doing crime with Sheekington, clearly. Yes! Guess how many wiki tabs I've opened on my computer? 11. No, wait. 17. If 11's not correct, it's more. It's gotta be like 17. Might be 11. Catoid might also be right. I feel like 7 was how many you had last time you had this question. 11. $11. This is a joke about Welcome to Night Vale. 44! Currently at 21. I'm so good at this. I guess I did guess 17 at one point. I feel like what are you wikiing? Why do you have so many wiki tabs over? Are you wikiing Percy Jackson? Are you on the Percy Jackson wiki? Is that what you're doing? Hungy. Are you wikiing Phoenix right now? Is that what you're doing? You already did that to death. Don't do that. Teehee? Oh, you are! How dare! I plead the fifth. Oh, no, wait, you're American. I know what that means. It took me a second because I'm like, what is the fifth? What is the Fifth Amendment? I don't think it's the right to silence around here. Because we have a whole bunch of constitutional amendments for welcoming other, like, provinces and territories into Confederation. I've spent too many hours on Wikirby and the Mega Man Wiki. Fair and understandable. Sometimes I go onto wikis for things I don't even have, like, a passing interest in, and just roll up, and I'm like, how are you guys doing today? Oh, it looks like everyone's having a good time. Wow! And then I'll go to a random page and see how long it takes me to get bored. And that's how I decide if a fandom is for me or not. Because if I get bored just reading their wiki, they're not for me. Sometimes I go to wikis for things I do like, and I'm just like, let's do a deep dive. And then I hit random page, and then it'll bring me somewhere like, Shy Guys were first introduced in in Super Mario 2. In American Super Mario 2, or Doki Doki Panic. Etc., etc. Hmm. Mm-hmm. There was one wiki page I went to. I have a mouthful of rockets, chat. I did this to myself. There was one wiki page that I went to that was making fun of the known aliases one. You know how some wikis are right serious about every single known alias, so much so that they list like singular pet names? They'll say things like also known as darling, derogatory by X character. And it was like said once in a single one-off line. I don't even remember what fandom it was for, but I rolled up to a wiki one day. And it just started listing every single time the character had been called anything else. And it was deeply unserious. To the point of at one point it was like, in the brackets it was like, I think I listed this twice, but you're still reading. Do you know if I listed this twice? Stuff like that. Very silly. You should clear out some of your tabs. Congratulations, you're down to 4 tabs, a real number of tabs to have open. The most tabs I usually have open is if I'm writing, I will have open, I have 2 monitors, so I will have 2 windows. I will have a drive folder up. I will have the thing that I'm working on up. I will have my outline up on the other window, if I have an outline. And I will have my clue codex up in the other window if I have a clue codex. And if I need it, I will have Hat Note, which lets you listen to Wikipedia as it's updated. It's like just kind of zen, like noise. Or something like Noisely, or just like a fireplace crackling or something along those lines. I will have that up as well somewhere, but just for the noise. So in total, I usually have like 6 or 7 tabs at the most. And generally speaking, I only have 1 because I'm doing something in that window. Unless I have like 2 YouTube videos that I couldn't decide between, then I'll open them both up, go to one, watch it, see if I want to watch that for a little while, and then I'll go to the other one if I don't. And that's how we do. There's a Kirby character named Zan Partisan, and the April Fool's version swapped Partisan with words that start with P, like permission. And the best part, the page is still up. Amazing! Oh yeah, and stream and the archive stock and the Hero Complex. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I wrote the whole thing. I'm currently writing a different thing, but a different Hero Complex part, but it's not done yet, so I'll hand it off. I know. Well, I mean, to be fair, I did write it on purpose, to be a thing that I enjoyed, and therefore other people will enjoy it too. It's just also not the first introduction I want to give people to Mark and also Callahan, because that's super duper not the way I want them to be. It's an AU of an AU. They're a little disambiguated. Like, they're still themselves, obviously, but they're a little disambiguated from themselves. I need people to meet them first, and then we can write AUs of AUs of AUs. You know? Which really just means I need to sit down and edit what I've already written. But that would involve me editing. They are not postdoctorate Mark and Cal. I know. They still have the same personality traits. Save me, James Price. Save me, alas. Huh. I own everything I want in the Wizard's Vault. Got all the skins and the important things. Just buy the gold. That's where I'm sort of at. I got a piece of I got an ascended weapon because I don't have a legendary weapon yet. But I'm kind of sitting there being like, I got everything. I got everything I wanted. I bought all the Mystic Clovers. I bought all the coins. The magic coins. What do I do now? And the answer is vibe. Vibe with all my wizard bucks. My whiz bucks! I have like 20 plus ascended weapon chests from my stash from fractal boxes. That's fair. I have 41 characters and I keep gearing them up. Can't be helped. Do I need to gear them all up? No. Some of them don't even go to fractals. Some of them are world versus world only. Like, that's the only place you ever see them usually. Like, you don't even go here. I have 14 and that's why I'm glad I have legendary armor. Yes! We love legendary armor. Oh, I should show you guys my engineer. So as you know, Evie is my main character. I love her a lot. Brought her from Guild Wars 1 to Guild Wars 2 because I love her so well. Evelyn Graves, 10 out of 10. So I am in the process of making one of every class of her. Because she's ascended and she should be allowed. And I didn't have an engineer for a long, long time. So now I do. I'm missing 2 classes. I'm missing Necromancer. And I'm missing Revenant, I think. Yeah, because I have Guard and I have Warrior. Chat made me make Warrior. So I'm missing Necromancer and Guard. But I have all the other classes filled out. And the Engineer one is really, really good. I'm really proud of her outfits. She has 2. She has one for Healing Engie, which is mostly just a cleanse scrapper. She just walks up, hits you over the noggin, and you're like, ow! Why did that stop me from being burned and bleeding? And you're like, you just thumbs up. Also, why am I fine? You like Mr. Burns' bowling night hit them. You're just like, oh, my knee, I don't think I'll be able to bowl. And then you smuck them with your hammer. And they're like, oh, thank you, Masked Stranger. That was just what I needed to put it right back in place. Like, that's what she is. She gives you might. She gives you swiftness in place of your cripple. Oh. Anyway, the other one's a DPS scrapper because I can't be stopped. I gotta have at least a DPS. Do I know how to use the heal scrapper? Elixir gun. It doesn't matter what my base weapon is. Elixir gun. I shoot drugs at you until you stop dying. You cowards. Okay. Back to the video game I'm actually playing. It was completely empty? Ah. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate, are you, Wright? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective? When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. Oh, oopsie doodle. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Wait, no. No. Go back. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to render his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with, and we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. Okay, I figured out who he was pretty quick. Where's the last statement? I want to present that prescription bag. Because as it turns out, that was missing. Where's his drugs? Where's this man's drugs? Where are they? Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will ya? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Très Bien. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal!
Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Ooh, an Ace Attorney quiz. Yes, tell us the results. I also wish to take it.
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Ha! That's all.
What?
Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic. It's an ear, nose, and throat clinic. Otolaryngological?
Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
He ruptured his eardrum?
Well, then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside the ear canal, not to be ingested.
What? You need help with the question? Very good. What is it?
It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print.
Imagine that someone you just met, that just met you was asked to describe you. What do you think they'd say? Cheerful and feisty, serious and determined, easygoing and caring, cocky and confident, kind and optimistic, intelligent and refined. What did I think when I found Val? What did I think when I found Val falling into the aquarium? Kind and optimistic. You thought at first I was sad and annoying? I would never. You're not... You might still be sad. I can't control that. But you aren't annoying. Okay, right.
It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Oh yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of this medication while he was at Trebienne. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe he would have eaten his medication.
In Avatar, water, absolutely. You're not an airbender. You're definitely not a firebender. And I would not tag you as an earthbender for a number of reasons. Not that I don't think you could. I think you could get along as an earthbender. I just don't think you would be. Waterbender is where Val belongs. Ah, you got Pearl! Pearly! Good! I always get Phoenix when I do these quizzes. I will say that.
Well, it seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No, it's not! No. Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Push the medication issue! Push it, push it, push it! Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of his medication when he was at Trebienne. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime?
But that medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. No, you. But it did. The possibility is undeniable.
That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot?
I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there at the restaurant the day of the murder.
Victor Kudo?
The pigeon hater?
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay! Good job, Nick!
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess!
Oh yeah, 17 cups of coffee! We should have counted them for all of them. I didn't. I bet we can push him over 17. Ew! That was close!
Tell me about it. I nearly died in there.
Was that my line, sir? No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. It looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe would... How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. Oh, but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? Oh, it's okay. I know all about the law. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But I was really hurt. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. Oh, I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be the old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo, lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. Oh, I bet he's gonna be real stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you gonna be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Those are beans! They're beans! He's throwing them at demons! Chasing off yokai! Beans, beans.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind.
The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too. We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Ha! Listen, youngin'. How much call do you think there is for a kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do! Or did, back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before the country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he can embroider my costume sometime. Well, anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Now then, witness. Were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident?
Oh, yes. I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino.
Seeds?
What do you think these are, huh? Those are beans. Beans! Guess that message was a pain to send, being a pain to send, yes. Beans! The one question that first meeting won. Y'all are getting wrecked by it, huh? Oh, let me wiggle back up, I'll tell you. Serious and determined, easygoing and caring, cocky and confident, blah 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 blah. Cheerful and feisty. That is what a catoid is. Or at least on first glance.
I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps?
Did I? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all.
Then please, tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure, I'll tell ya. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javachino. But she put something in it. Is that even Mickey? The man took one sip of it. Looked like he was in terrible pain and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there. The defendant's in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Her hair's not long enough. It does not match your memory, sir.
Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress.
Ha! You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones,
Newfangled?
You know, all this talk of radios and glasses. It's wireless and spectacles, I tell ya. I'll say right now that I can almost guarantee that this is jokes about loan words. Jokes about katakana. Almost certainly jokes about katakana.
Excuse me?
Listen to me, everyone! Don't forget the old values! Don't let the good old days slip away!
Well, I think it's time to begin cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We know he was reading the sports paper because we found it there. But her hair's too long in this man's memory. Like, we saw that picture. Phoenix Wright sometimes shows us things that shouldn't. But, like that we couldn't know. But we're mind readers today. Phoenix is a mind reader today. So we're gonna ask about the waitress. Like, basically, I got Shilong Lang. Aww! That's Shifu! Listen, he's great. He came around. I think Pearl fits for me. That's true. And to be fair, he does have cat theming. He's got lion theming. He's a lion dragon. You got cat theming. Don't you feel bad for me? He came around. He was fun to voice. It was very exciting to voice a man who's basically Edgeworth but rock and roll. He was very interested in things. He was very excited to tell us about them. He took a bullet for us. Edgeworth rock and roll cover, exactly. Not Clavier Gavin. Clavier is not Edgeworth rock and roll cover. Clavier is Godot rock and roll cover. Actually, not even that. I don't know what I'd pick Clavier as. I will take this quiz. Wait, hang on. Did you send me the link? I can make a thing happen. Make a thing happen, chat. We're gonna do something wild, chat. Let me play the quiz. Ah! Aww. It won't let me play. Fine. Be that. I'll have to take it later and tell you guys all about it. I'm sorry, I know. Anyway, we know he was reading the sports paper. I don't care about that. I want to know if you know that. I need to press the heck out of this because that long hair was that long. Remember that girl we saw for like 5 seconds in the park? That was like, that's my scooter. Remember that girl? You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry. You can see all the way up to her, you know. She's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me. Phoenix! Phoenix the fandom! Oh no, Phoenix! Look out! Guys, he's got... Phoenix has his... Phoenix can't have his earbuds in. He's in court. We can't tell him. Phoenix in a maid dress when? Oh, Val, I have some terrible news about you for the fan art. I have some terrible news about you for the fan artists. Phoenix in a maid dress when? Send me photos later. Yes! Never mind. I didn't seek these things out. Okay, admittedly, I did search. When I came across this, I did search Phoenix in a maid dress just to see if, like, there was, like, official art. Because sometimes official artists will do, like, very silly drawings and things. So I thought maybe there might be, like, official art from the art book or something. Anyway. Moving on. Moving on. Moving right along.
Mr. Wright, please spare the court any further mental anguish from that image.
The judge isn't into it. Fear Luna? More like Freak Luna. Going to the shame corner. I did consider... Guys, I have the most perfect NSFW pun in my name. I could put Fear Luda. I wouldn't, but I could. Not... I could, and be really funny. I done been banged. Wow. Aw. Ow! Oh, I done been banged again. Oh, I've been banged with this stick. No. Okay, I found normal fan art of Phoenix in a maid dress. Good. Congratulations. That sounds worth it, a maid dress. That's beautiful. That's what we need in our lives. Bad octopus. Bank. It's true. What do you want? I have tentacles. Okay. Right. Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. Maya! Do not help the fandom! My Fujo little heart can't take it. Freak Luna, of course. I'm glad chat is getting... Glad chat's having a good time. Oh. Okay. Why is Phoenix right like this? Why done been banked? Whoa. Oh. Why is Phoenix right the thing that makes me do this? Why is this what does it? None of the other games, but this one. This one is just intent. And we've played some games on this channel, but this one here is just like, lol, lamau. This could be read one of two ways. And you chose to keep your Godot voice on to read the words good boy, so here you go. You were there for that! I can't take any of this seriously, I know, right? I know I was. Yeah, you were. Good, I'm also still giggling about it. I clipped it out for a reason. Disappointed.
Disappointed!
I guess I got a bit carried away. Ha! There are other things I recognize about her, too. You can... Listen, once my OCs exist in the world, y'all can kiss any OCs you want. That's how it works. That's how fanfiction works. That's how I know I'm winning. There are other things I recognize about her, too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press harder! Okay, but also, you're fueling the Valex Aria fires. I am, yes. I'm sure there's a ship name for Cupid X Aria. Angelic truth. Oh. I'm trying to think of like, yeah, no, that's a different. Well, Angelic Truth would be Archangel and somebody. Yeah. But not Arya. That'd be weird. Probably like her and Oracle. Significantly less weird. Except for Oracle himself, who is like uninterested. not so uninterested. Like, okay. The thing with him is that he is not so uninterested as like Callahan, where sometimes Callahan just forgets women exist at all. Like straight up. Just like, oh yeah. Forgot about that. Half the population, women. But he's like also not like, Oracle's also not like romantically interested in women, generally speaking. He's one of those people where like there's a couple. He's one of those people where like there's a couple of people like he might consider. Do you know what I mean? Like he's not he's not fully all the way to 6 on the scale, but like he's basically there. Anyway, right, I was doing a thing. Ah! Sure, you saw the waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not. I want to make a self-insert for the little cube guy. You should!
Wait, right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose.
Okay, friend. We're gonna press the heck out of this. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance, but what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face! Ka! As if I wouldn't remember that!
The witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make the mistake about her face.
That's right! I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair! It was red!
So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Just Shapes and Beats? I don't think I own Just Shapes and Beats. I think I know it, but I don't think I own it. I could, probably. I don't remember. I could. I do like rhythm games. And it sounds like it is a rhythm game. There's a Mega Man song in JSAB. Ooh! I could give it a try. I don't know how to play it. Is it a very hard rhythm game, like how Rhythm Heaven hurts you in the soul? I guess we'll find out! But potentially Guild Wars 2, provided it's working again. So we can get you some sweet weapons. I'm gonna fill my mouth full of rockets. I am very bad at bullet hells. I have a hard time with them. Because my little octopus brain looks at the bullets sometimes instead of the save spaces. And then I end up in the bullets and I'm like, oh no! Harmed! Bullet hex even! Yeah, it's a bullet heck! It's not heckin' Owen was her. Oh. Facing down Angel Isaac was a nightmare for me. I did it. But it was awful. Oh yeah, I played Binding of Isaac several times. I have Binding of Isaac somewhere, I think. I'll play that for you guys one day. Oh, nice! Let's go! Anyway, we'll ask about the waitress's back, because that's what I landed on. The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Objection. Fier plays Toho when? Oh, never.
Ha! He's got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment! I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps and ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony.
Sure, sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. Well, there wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. Really? Wasn't her apron all covered in, like, gunk? Like, wouldn't you notice a giant ketchup stain? Like, wouldn't you notice all these stains? Like, my dude, my guy. I can't present her low-cut top. Which, side note, isn't actually all that low-cut. I can't present her shirt. Alright. I think you didn't notice all these stains. Mr. Kudo, I'd like you to please take a look at this. Ka! That filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like after he's just done eating. Oh, like a baby bib. Hopefully. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Hmm? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron... Is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning? And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Meow.
Witness! You can't just oops your way out of this! Ah! Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Wright, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird? Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
Out of these options, what game would you play first on stream? Yu-Gi-Oh! Toho or Ring Racers? Well, I'd play Ring Racers because you made me the sprites for it. And then after that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I heckin' love Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. They're so bad. You guys don't understand how bad Yu-Gi-Oh! Games are. So the digital games are terrible. Maybe not across the board terrible, but they're pretty bad. I've played Duelist of the Roses. Master Duel is fine. Yeah, oh, okay. When I say the digital games, I don't mean like the phone one and stuff. I mean like the nonsense ones. The ones that tried to have a plot for some reason. Duelist of the Roses is up there with my this is nonsense. What are you doing? Yeah. The one that takes place in ancient Egypt for some reason I can't remember. Reshef of Destruction! Yes! Like, they were trying to be those old card battlers from back in the day. Like what Inscription does in Act 2. But they didn't quite do it right. And they're really funny. There's also bugs. There's some wild bugs with them. And I love that. Yes, we love Inscription around here. I love Inscription. I'll play Casey's mod at some point later. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what a burger a customer wanted. He can't remember? Probably like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
Very well, let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo, says the judge, a man famed for his attention to detail and memory. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
Oh, he was another one of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javicino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
Well, the testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail.
Fear, if you do get JSAB, can we do co-op together? Yeah, if I get it. I'll take a look and see if I'm going to be capable of playing... You know what? That's what we'll do tonight. I'll take a look and see if I'm going to be even capable of playing the video game. Some games like that are too fast, and I can't play them. It's not that I can't keep up with them, it's that, like, I can't... I'm a 4 centimeter tall octopus. I can't reach all the buttons on my controller. So, a little awkward. Or, like, I have to stretch really far. You should see me play Splatoon. I have to stretch really far. I have to, like, Koro-sensei it. It's funny in its own way, but, like, it's also really awkward. Like, you guys have seen how I hold a controller. It's not the saddest, but, like, it doesn't work good. And sometimes I have to up and hold them backwards to reach everything. Which is a little awkward, because I also still need to see, you know? We'll manage. We'll figure something out. Well, that's okay. You're not bad at it. You're new at it. That's different.
Oh, yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Let me look in the court record. I want to look at that coffee cup. Oh, look at that coffee cup. Covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Oh, that's a really cute flower handle. Huh. He had a newspaper in his right hand and a noisy brat kept rustling its pages. Hang on. Chat! Chat, I have a question for you. Because I'm an octopus. When you pick up a cup, if you have hands, when you pick up a cup with a handle on it, do you pick up the cup by the handle or the cup? Okay. Okay. Okay, but if you had this little flower cup, would you pick up the cup by the handle or the cup? It's a really cute cup handle, by the way. I like it. I would use this cup for realsies. Okay. Chat is split on the opinion. I have an idea. I have an idea. I think... No. Listening to wireless. Yeah. Where's your cup? I want to try to present this. I'm gonna present the cup. Cause I think the game expects me to think that he picked it up right-handed. I think that's the thing. Inspector or Sifrin? Inspector. Unless you love Sifrin more. Decide who you love the most. Pick your favorite child. I think this is what the game wants. Objection! We're objecting hard. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what we were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know! There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you! Nothing! If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song!
Care to tell us where this is going, Wright?
According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Ha! What is this, kindergarten? But I would like the court to please look at this.
Well, that's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips.
Yes, there is a stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand.
But how?
Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Ah!
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where...
Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony?
That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh, yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hot bot and you spiky-haired yahoo, who are at fault. Hot bot? My man, what? Who, me?
Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already.
Even the judge is calling him an old man. The old manest of old mans. This old man is so old he probably plays knick-knack. Like my guy. I bet he gives all the dogs a bone at this point. For those of you that don't know, there's a children's rhyme that goes along those lines. It's, this old man. This old man, he played knick-knack on his thumb. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. I bet this old man does roll all the way home. I needed you all to know that. It was grave import that you all know that. It goes on. He played knick-knack on his shoe. This old man, he played 2. He played knick-knack on his shoe. He played 3. He played knick-knack on his knee. He played 4. He played knick-knack on the door. Played 5. He played knick-knack on the... I don't remember what 5 rhymed with. Huh. Whatever. It does go on for a whole bunch of numbers, though. The ants go marching is gonna be stuck in my head for eternity, and it's not because of that. It's because of Dr. Strangelove. That's my fault. I watched it once. It's a miracle I can walk. Anyway, right. Don't call me old man! I've been around 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say!
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Godot! But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand.
Oh, thank you, Captain! You can rely on Victor! Oh, boy. Oh, the boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as that green lens of his specs. Didn't he rupture his left eardrum? He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. Shouldn't he be deaf in that ear?
Oh, it was a monocle.
It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor.
It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work.
HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad! But they don't matter. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth.
It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are the facts! In good old black and white. He ruptured his eardrum in his left ear, though. Right? Like, how could he be hearing anything out of that earpiece if he ruptured his eardrum? Let's double check the prescription bag. Hey, why don't you... It's all I got! Let's go for it, I guess. I'm going for it. He ruptured his eardrum. I know he did. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question! You can lock me up if I'm wrong! It was his left ear, without a doubt! I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Yes, Phoenix, get him! Finally! Oh, I thought I would have to press. I thought it would be like, this is a relevant testimony. I thought I would have to press and like get a bunch of things, but then I didn't. I could just present it. Woo! Get him, Phoenix! We could have saved Scumnet. Chad, I have terrible news. I think I forgot to put the hydrate last time you made me drink water. Oops. I think I forgot to do any of it. So we hydrate as chat demands. And a big stretch.
Body break.
Maybe I was yapping away and didn't notice you. So for body break, we will do lifts. We will lift all of the things. We're gonna do muscle bits. Bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. And then we will do shoulder presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh, oil. Ah. Oil. Whew. And a big stretch. Ah. And then we hydrate as chat demands. Okay. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain?
It is.
Pigeon. Pretty pigeon. It's the pigeon song.
Order!
This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot?
Ah! A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk.
Sir! Sir! Please stop troll flirting! We understand you want a Kissmasist, but please, sir! We all know I'm a homestuck around here. We all know this. We know I know those children. And that they were stuck at home. Anyway. Captain! Are you calling me a drip? Ha! Oh, that's such old slang. I haven't heard anyone be called a drip in ages. For those of you that don't know, and for future sciencemen who are doing digital archaeology and have come across me, hi! I hope you came across me. I hope so. That would be really cool of you. Right, anyway. Sorry about the digital dark ages that I presume will exist someday. That are already existing today. There's lots of things we only know about from articles about them. Terrible. Anyway, for future archaeologists, if you call someone a drip in ye olden days, in like The 60s or the 70s. Well, I suppose the 50s was probably the earliest use of it. If you say, he's such a drip, what you mean is that, like, he's, like, annoying, or brings down the mood, or you do not like to be around that person.
This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found.
No, Val, you are not a drip.
The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down! I know I'm right! The lad drank his Javicino with his left hand!
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw.
That can't be possible because he died of poison! Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Which hand the victim used to pick up the cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. Elk drank the poisoned coffee. Like this!
That's cup 17. Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory was credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless.
I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce.
But did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey!
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but you can't reach me from there.
Which is good! Beans everywhere!
I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. The court is adjourned.
Who's yelling, hold it? Hold it! Wait! Well, if we stop now, where does that leave me?
Leave you, Mr. Kudo.
Yeah, thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there, I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
Well, I've kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else this court should know.
What?
There's more? Well, to be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this old man's eccentric scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
What do you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the coffee you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man.
That's enough. Oh.
One moment.
That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony.
You bet! Much, much quicker! I can't believe this is happening. Ha ha ha! You better get ready, youngster! I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would ya? He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Ha ha ha! Capcom! Some sort of infinite ammo code, huh? You're not quite Konami, my guys, but okay. You gotta have your infinite ammo code. It's important. Oh, wow. Chat, we all know the Konami code. But I still remember codes for the original Gex. Wow. Wait, maybe I do. X square, down, down, up, down, right? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. I'll look that up later, but I want to see if I'm still right. I want to see if that's ingrained in my memory that hard. That's the first thing I thought of when I thought of a cheat code instead of the Konami code.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of Javicino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, huh?
Well, let's look at the crime photo. We can see. We'll be able to see.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Ah, you're doubting me again. You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man?
No, we are not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling that there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick?
Yeah, so what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're a bird brain. That's why that's all you can think of.
Very well. Mr. Wright, you may your final cross-examination, please.
This poor judge. He just wants to keep control of a courtroom. Okay. What face? Where's the crime scene photo? I need to look at the crime scene. Where are you? I need to look at the crime scene photo. Oh. Chat. Chat, I would direct chat's attention. I would direct chat's attention to the vase. The intact vase. I would direct chat's attention to the vase that we can see standing on the table. I think we've located the I think we figured out the problem. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. Humph! So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Granddad? I'm no granddad of yours, hopscotch! Ow! Ow! Phoenix done been bonked. He done been bonked.
Enough! If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night.
Ah!
What is it now?
I just remembered something. Yes? Go on. The broken vase. It was on my table. What? Well, you see, it startled me when that young lad collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table?
Ha ha ha! Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've clearly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Whoa! Okay, the judge. Ah! Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say.
Oh, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait! Listen to me! A very different listen to me than the last case. Listen to me! But, wait, then that means you are Mask to Mask, doesn't it? Well, yeah, but I've already been found innocent of that, right? And I can't really be tried again, right? Rondelate, you hero, you.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are 2 disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far.
The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it!
I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor?
The witness we just heard from, he is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it according to this statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it if you wish.
Whatever.
The prosecution doesn't need props like that.
Godot's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's.
Yes, Your Honor. He summarized it as a haiku. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Hey, we made it through a whole trial in one. We made it through that whole trial. I got sidetracked several times. But we still did it. Wah! So, how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old man Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah! We've got to find one for Maggie or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. No, that's a different game, you guys. That's called Trauma Hospital and it's really hard. Have you guys played the Trauma Hospital for the DS? It's bonkers hard. Welcome back! Yeah! So, most of those sort of like half visual novel, half like other games, right? It's the visual novel that's interesting, so they don't make the other game hard. But Trauma Hospital is so hard that you can fail the tutorial. Like, it is not an easy thing. It is about doing trauma surgery, and you can mess it up real bad. Like, straight fail the tutorial. I'll get it out one of these days, the DS version, because the Wii version was made significantly easier. I'll get out the DS version for you guys, and we will suffer. We will suffer save statitis, a terrible disease that I afflict myself with when I'm playing a game like that. Yeah, they make you work for it. There's another game in that same series that is about pretending to be a chef. And it is bonkers hard. Like, you're a chef running a kitchen? And it is wild difficult. I mean, you did say I'd make for a fine nurse. You would. Well, you put those words in Cal's mouth. That's true. I did put those words in Callahan's mouth. They're good words to put into his mouth. He's right, and he should say it. I know, I made him say it. I also think you'd do well as a nurse. Margaret Lee, I think you'd make a very good nurse. I also think you'd make a very good PCW, or personal care worker. The job of somebody who, the job of a PCW, it depends on where you are. But around here, the job of a PCW is to go to a person's house. You come in, you hang out with them for a little while. You make sure that, like, they're all good. You might do some, like, cooking, like, cleaning to help out. Yeah, that is who, it is the older folks. Around here, there's there's an initiative to help folks stay in their house as long as they can. Because, nursing homes are, well, nursing homes are helpful if you literally cannot be in your own home for various reasons. But if you just need a little extra help, you don't really need to be in a nursing home necessarily. You can vibe in your own house for a little while. So PCWs are sort of like the bridge between. Their job is to, like, look after people and help them stay in their houses. And a lot of people would prefer that anyway. Like, I know if I ever got too old for the aquarium, I'd still want to stay in the aquarium, and aquarium staff would look out for me. I'm bad at working with others. No, you're not. You're scared to work with others a lot. And a lot of the times you're in a situation where you feel like no one else is contributing and you're the only one. I exist again. I was playing a horror game. It was spoopy. What was it? How spoopy? Was it filled with the spookums? Was it filled with the ooh, a Roblox one? Did it have a giant fish? Was it that one? There's a giant fish one. I don't play Roblox usually, but Val does. Or maybe if it's good enough, I'll consider it again. I know doors! I even know the Roblox game doors. You open doors. Sometimes it is spoopy inside. Okay, so it's doors, but, okay. It's in an office. Oh. Very spoopy inside. Oh no! Val's going insane. What is it called? Delusional office. That, yeah, alright, that's fair. That makes sense. Because you crazy person. I love it. I love it. Okay. We got anything to talk about, Maya? Actually, I guess I should talk to her. I never talked to her. Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out how to identify the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow I think the key to this case has got to be at Très Bien. Well, then let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. So, anything on your mind? Well, actually, there is something. I was wondering about Zin E-Hop. You know, like, what he's like and stuff. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that guy. I ought to beat you so hard it'll feel like you was smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright! You saying you, Phoenix Wright? 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only, Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger. Huh? You did? What'd you find out? Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don... Fonione. Yeah, there we go. Don Fonione. Well, let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway, and what does he have to gain by impersonating me? Okay. I guess we're gonna try again. Oh. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Well, never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Call in the officers for the briefing, quick! Can't you shut down the station's server? Chief! Quit playing on the internet! Oh, but my email, pen pal! Elite... Oh gosh. But my email, pen pal, Elite Asian Princess! Save it for later! I'm turning it off now! No! Elite Asian Princess! Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy. More like panicking, if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. Okay. Oh, we can't get to Tribien from here? Come on, game. Come on, game. I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know? There we go. Why can't we get to Tribien from our office? Ah, well. Empty, as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime, too. Huh. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Now just call an 8, pal. Come on. I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Ah, it looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just... I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. What can I say? Why are you having that, sir? Why are you having the lunch special, my man? So, did you like the twin tea set? I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for $20, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was... delicate. Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it! I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. I just got it right now. Bad! That's it! It tasted bad! Kinda hard to admit to yourself when you pay $20 though, pal. Yeah, that's fair. To be fair, when this game came out, $20 would have been a lot more money. Like... Okay. When this game came out, McDonald's still had $1 burgers. When this game came out, in this economy? I know, right? When this game came out, $20 was not the average price of a combo meal. It still isn't here, technically, but you can get a combo meal that's $20. When this game came out, the average price of a combo meal at a McDonald's would have been, like, $7. 6 or 7 Canadian. So in American dollars, you would have been able to take a 5 to McDonald's and get a combo meal. So yeah, paying $20 is way too expensive for like food. I hope y'all have fun playing Pressure. I should drag Fier to play Pressure. Why would you do this to me? I would just shine a light at the funny fish man and be like, he doesn't like that. And then I'd get eaten by a fish man. Listen, I'm 4 centimeters tall. He can't catch me. I'm too small. I'll wiggle away. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. That reminded me of the words higgledy-piggledy. You can't do this all higgledy-piggledy now. Is a thing that you can say to someone if you want them to be more precise. Fier just sits on top of Pressure Val's head. Yes, that's how I operate. Octopus. Octopus style. Scooting. Shimmying in and just hiding in a place. Bloop. Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Well, maybe that's why Glen Elg came here. Maybe he heard about the famous twin tea set. Glen Elg, the victim, huh? Which reminds me, we still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? There's so many Roblox games that would be fun with people, but I lack a crucial component. Friends. That's not true. Welcome, welcome. What's that on your head? Friend. Yeah! You've got friends here. Heck, Val even plays Pressure. I don't. Val will even play Pressure with people. Aww. Pet pet. Please imagine the pet pet gif. I cannot. I'm 4 centimeters tall. I can't pet people. Or like, I would have to use my whole entire physical body. And it still wouldn't be much. You can! You got hands! Aquarium staff also got hands. Aquarium staff, you got hands, right? I didn't ask to borrow them. They said, no, you can't borrow them. I didn't ask. You don't need your hands anyway. Do it myself. Aww. Pet, pet. Aw, this is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it, for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would he have preferred crumbly, like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean? Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe it, Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. If I had a nickel for every horror game that takes place in an office, I'd have a lot of nickels. I'd have one for the Stanley Parable. I'd have one for several different Resident Evils. At least one Resident Evil. I'd have one for Dino Crisis. Although I suppose I am counting these things not necessarily as because they are specifically an office building, but because they are office. I'm glad you're loving the Stanley Parable. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. I haven't touched it in ages. I don't think I haven't touched it in long enough to get the 5 years achievement. But I haven't touched it in a while. I'd have a lot of nickels. Offices are a great place to set a horror game. Offices are a great place to set your indie horror game that's using only the base assets in Unity. They're an amazing place to put it. Lots of office assets in Unity. I'm mean. A little bit mean. Just a little bit. Tiny bit. Something like that. Oh, please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... Why? Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Ah! But is he going to spend 2 hours doing that like Marius in the book? Is he gonna do that? Cause Marius does that in the book. He spends 2 hours bonking his head against a tree because he doesn't know what to do, and Cosette is just bawling the whole time. Silently adds the Stanley Parable to my to-play games list. The Stanley Parable is a delight. It's very much got like a Slay the Princess, like... It's got a vibe to it. You'll see when you play it. As with the path, you do not necessarily have to follow the path. Yeah, it is described as sort of Slay the Princess, right? Or Stanley Parable was described as sort of, no, Slay the Princess was described as sort of, Stanley Parable, like, yeah. The Path mentioned. I love The Path. I can't play it on stream. I'm devastated because I can't play it on stream. But I love The Path a lot. That was one of the first games that I played that I couldn't, like... That was the first time I played a game and I was like, oh, this is an art piece. Where I started to feel like it was less like a game and more like it was trying to tell me like a story that I was just interacting with. Do you know what I mean? But like in a good way. And I like that. The Path was weird. I understand the narrator's voice. The narrator's voice in both TSP and STP give me gender heavy. Oh, no. I get you. Not because I want to be a dude. I just want their voices, you know? I understand. Trust me when I say that Godot is at the low end of my register, and that's still fairly high. But also, I'm 4 centimeters tall, so it's a miracle I can get that far. I know I keep reminding you guys that this is my actual size, depending on the screen you're watching on. Ugh. I think I'm like half size on a mobile screen. I want to be able to have a nice fancy British accent. Did you know received pronunciation is a learned accent that anyone can learn? The trick to proper received pronunciation is to find vocal position first. Chad, I'm going to tell you guys about vocal position. So, some things, some ways of speaking, most ways of speaking, involve your mouth. I know you're thinking, that's crazy. What wouldn't involve your mouth? Sign language. Most ways of speaking, though, involve your mouth. So... when you're using your mouth to say words, you put it into a shape. We know this. If you put it into a different shape, it makes you say the words different. We know this too. That is called vocal position. More or less. That is called vocal position. Now, this is a gross oversimplification, chat, so bear with me. If you put your mouth in the right vocal position, you will often get at least some of the sounds in the target accent you are trying to copy. For instance, if you want received pronunciation, and you have teeth, I do not, but if you did, I have a beak. But if you did have teeth, I suppose technically I have tooth-like protrusions all along my radula. Anyway, never mind that. If you had teeth and you wanted to imitate a received pronunciation accent without necessarily knowing the pronunciation itself, you line your top teeth up with your bottom teeth. Yeah. You line those two things up, and then you try to say words like that. Welcome in! I got distracted talking about vocal position, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So anyway, when you do that, what ends up happening is you incidentally are stuck with a sort of very similar sound, sort of the bass sound of what you might expect from received pronunciation. Because it forces your tongue into a different position when you say certain words. And that makes you have to speak in the way that you would if you were going to use received pronunciation. It's not perfect, of course, but you can hear the difference. Likewise, if you want a fake Russian accent, a very particular fake Russian accent, there are multiples, obviously, but if you want a fake Russian accent, you can instead, on purpose, give yourself just a tiny bit of an overbite, and then when you try to say TH, you smash your tongue into the back of your teeth, in the back of your top teeth, instead of letting it come out of your mouth. And what you'll get is a very sort of, das Vidanya, comrade. You get almost this sound. And I let some Scottish in there, or some Irish, or like some brogue in there accidentally, because that's what I've been doing lately, and that requires similar vocal position. But, Jupiter, get up and make the coffee. That's a very quick way to a fake, like, Eastern European accent, like TV Eastern European. I'm not a dog rock. I can't manage the bass voice. Likewise, if you want to get to, like, a sort of Appalachian sound, for those of you that don't know, just in case you don't know this very specific American accent, it's in the Appalachian Mountains. You'll find it in sort of the mountainous areas of Tennessee and Virginia and places like that, where the mountains are older than bones. If you want to get that, you take your teeth, you line them up, you glue them together, you keep your mouth shut, and you try to talk that way without moving your mouth as much as you can. If you want to, you can also add a little bit of like a sort of southern drawl to it if you can manage that. But if you can't, that's okay too, because your vocal position will force it. So if you line those things up, if you have them, once again, I have a beak, so I try my best. If you line those things up, and you start trying to talk like that without moving your mouth as little as possible, what you'll get is a very Appalachian sound. It might not be perfect, of course, but it'll be pretty close. And all you need to do after that is add just a little bit of a drawl. You make your noises a little longer. Don't always pronounce your consonants. Sometimes you overpronounce your consonants. Just a little bit. But that's what you do. And then you get like a little Appalachian accent. It's kind of close-ish. Like I said, this is a gross oversimplification. It's literally just to get you started. If you're actually interested in that sort of thing, YouTube loves telling you about how vocal position works, and voice coaches love telling people how to do that. Right. Val, you are funny. Don't you lie to me. Alright, moving on. We got here from joking about Marius. Oh man, poor Gumshoe. So, what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something. Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to? Nothing, really. It's just, the daily exercise show. You were definitely listening to the winning lottery numbers. What, a psych look? This lunch special's lobster's great. Then why are there tears in your eyes? I think we can break this immediately. Guys, I think we can break this immediately. He was listening to the lottery numbers. We're just gonna do it. This is one lock. All right, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... Definitely the lottery. What did you find? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Quoi? I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glen Elg did. It's like you can see right through me. Oh, you sent it, did you? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh! Oh, cute! Lost Pebble, starring Inspecta and the Busy Boys. Oh, that's adorable! Oh, no! Look at that shocked Roger. Look at that shocked Roger. I love that at once. That's so cute. That's so cute. Wait, there's more? There's more. Oh, cuties. Okay, Copagale and Inspecta. I see. Cuties. I'll be back for you later. Oh, I believe you. We'll play g soon enough. I've called it g several times, and I'm not gonna stop because every time I try to say it right, I accidentally say groove, and it's not a rhythm game. Huh? I've cracked them already? Well, that's why I said it was nothing. It would be a funny rhythm game. Amazing. Put them in Friday Night Funkin'. We do have a God of Love songs. That's close enough. Not gonna write you a love song, cause you asked for it, cause you need one. Heck the studios! I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? Okay, I may be going crazy, but bass gives off such tiny puppy trying to act strong vibe. No, you're right. You're absolutely correct. From what I've seen of bass, which, to be fair, is Mega Man and bass. From what I've seen of bass, he's not like chihuahuas. Badly trained chihuahuas are tiny puppy that does not know. Like, is just all bite. Bite, 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 bite. From what I've seen of Base, what he reminds me of is a Papillon. I love Papillons. I think they're adorable. I would love to pet, like, a 1 million Papillons. And Pomeranians. I love them both. I think the Papillon Pomeranian cross is the perfect dog. Because they're just fluff. They're so fluff. They're just a little cotton ball that hates you. And it hates. He reminds me of a Papillon or of a Pomeranian. Where, like, you're like, okay, he's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool look. That's a cool guy right there. And then you get close and you're like, hey! And all you get is... And that's all you get. And you're like, you good, buddy? And then you get the tiniest little, like, yip, 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 yip. Etc. And, like, 100%, 110%, 110%, I absolutely, in my mind, equate that with, oh, wow, you look really cool, Mr. Robot Guy. And you get closer and you get, hey, back off. I'm the best robot there is. Way better than that Mega Man. Bark, 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 bark. Okay, but Base definitely bites people. Have you seen those teeth? I have. Those teeth are great. I wish I had cool shark teeth like that, but I only get a beak. Who's Click Clack? Also, yes, number B. You have put many hearts. You have put many a heart. He's the god of storytelling. Oh, he's that one. Very good. I did not play the game yet. I'm a very silly goose. In that I am an octopus. We already played Untitled Goose Game. Goose Game funny. I wish to goose it up some more. Goose, 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 goose. Honk. Oh no! Puts 2 pieces of bread up to your face. What are you? A goose sandwich! I know what you're supposed to say. No! I don't have a knife. And on that table, a pristine blade. That is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this correctly. Those bread pieces are too big for Pierre, it's true! I'm too tiny for them. Oh, I know what Cobbigail looks like. I have seen her because there are other people on my timelines. I don't know anything about her besides that. Wait, is she the one? Yeah. Oh, I know you know. I didn't make him for you. Side note, Frankenfurter has much bad advice. However, I didn't make him for you is excellent advice. If you make a thing, make it for you. Make it for yourself. If somebody else is like, oh, I don't like a guy with too many muscles. You didn't make him for them. You made him for you. And you can enjoy the heck out of him. I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Og. When they read those results out on the radio, it really gets your heart pumping. When they read those results out on the radio, it really gets your heart pumping. You know they broadcast it live when they're picking the numbers? It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Glenn was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah. What time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Huh. But if 225... Ooh, that can't be possible. Ooh, a fun fact! Okay, a fun fact. Zoom in. Oh, I know. We've been talking about the deep sea a lot. No, wait, no. No, maybe that's not a fun fact. It's fun to me. I'm gonna tell you the funnest fact that I know. It's fun to me. You gotta remember this, chat. Okay. So, there are many octopi and squids and other such mollusks in the sea. Almost all of us are completely solitary. Because, heck 'em! My sun-loving cousins are so solitary, they invented war. Like, why are you guys like that? I'm solitary because I live in a great big ocean, it's dark, and I can't see nothing about nobody. So, two fun facts for the price of one fun fact. We're all solitary, generally speaking, except for the Humboldt squid. The Humboldt squid is a pack hunter. That's how they can take down such ginormous prey like whales. Do you know how many squids are in a Humboldt squid pack? Would you like to find out? Chat, you should guess how many squids are in a Humboldt squid pack. How many do you think they pack hunt with? They're quite large, I will say, and they do take down whales. Let's see your guesses. Please don't googly it. It's funnier if you don't googly it. Out there with your googly. It is stupidly big, yes. They have been observed with up to or exceeding 1,000 squids in a pack, hunting. And they hunt by swimming in a big old circle around a thing. Or nothing. Sometimes they just trap stuff in a big old circle. Surprise! It's a really big number! They're great. They do a lot of taking down very large animals. Because they're such deep sea animals, we don't see too much of them. Name your top 3 octopi. Dumbo octopus. That's me. Also called an umbrella octopus or a flapjack octopus. For the same reason. Actually, no. Dumbo octopus for the ears, but flapjack octopus or umbrella octopus for the skirts. Number 2 octopus. Number 2 octopus is actually a squid, maybe, question mark? Is very difficult to categorize. They're a googly-eyed squid. They look like somebody dropped a toy. They look like an octopus. They're shaped like an octopus. They just have the wrong number of tentacles. And their eyes are so big and so funky looking that it looks like somebody dropped like a plastic squeezy toy. Like the kind at the store where you squeeze them and their eyes pop out. They're really funny looking. Oh, and after that, the bobtail octosquid. That's another one that we don't know, like, quite how to classify it because we don't have very many examples of it. But they got a little hat. Minor Fear, Launch Octopus, and Professor Inkling of Octonauts. Which he's also a Dumbo octopus. Oh boy! Another! Oh, if we're naming individuals, that's easy. There's me, there's Sherbert, the only other Dumbo octopus I know. And Lady Calamari, the only other octopus I know. We did it! Congratulations, everybody! Favorite octopi. She can get away with taking on the trappings of my sun-loving cousins. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Because she's also got a pirate aesthetic. Am I your favorite human? Sure! Provided you're human today. Guess which game Launch Octopus is from? Yu-Gi-Oh!
Body break.
Why do I think Yu-Gi-Oh? Sounds exactly like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. If it's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card, it's Mega Man. It is Mega Man! No, don't go to the death corner, that's bad. Humans only have one guy. They don't get extra guys. I don't know how many mushrooms you have, but they do not give you an extra guy. Okay, we hydrate as chat demands. And a big stretch. Big stretch. I would, but I have to get through this conversation first. Am I your favorite catoid? Yes. Yeah. Just give me a minute to get through the conversation. We'll do that, because I can't save like this. Millionaire Radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Okay. Probably we can save now. Amazing! We got through one whole section by ourselves. I'm very proud of us. We did it. I'm so proud of us. Okay. Goals. But that is it for tonight. It is now closing time, and we hope you enjoyed your visit to the Octopus Enclosure! Yeah. Boop. Now we must go look upon Twitch. Look upon Twitch, ye mighty, and despair! Or don't. Going on an adventure. I don't know where we're going. Going somewhere. Who will we see? Ooh. Cactus. I haven't seen Cactus in ages. What are we doing? What are we doing? Fez? Nope, nope. Phasmophobia. Oh, Splatty's playing Mario Kart. There's so many places we haven't been in ages. Are you still on? Where are you? There you are! We haven't seen Splatty in a long time. Oh no! Never mind! Stream's over there. Ow, ow. Whoops. Darn it! It's like, are you still on? The answer is no. Let's try again. Do, 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 do. We'll find what he is. Goodness. I know there was somebody else here I saw that I was like, oh, I haven't seen you in a little while either. Gone. Wow, chat, today was... Today was Trixie. We're gonna go see Beat. That is it for the night, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow for whatever we do on Wednesday. It's a mystery what we'll do.